Hey, this is Alex. He's still learning German and sometimes he has a few problems with the German grammar, or in German, Deutsche Grammatik. Especially with the perfect tense. He is sometimes confused, or in German, perfect. And this confusion comes with the big question when to use sein and when to use haben. In this case, he's still glad to have a helping hand. From Ester Academy. And there, he is taught that the perfect tense is built out of sein and haben, and these words are auxiliary verbs, Hilfsverben. So they are helping to complete the perfect tense. But first of all, when to use the perfect tense? Verwendung. First fact, it's often used in speech, in contrary to the written language. Additionally, the perfect tense expresses a recently completed action, vor kurzem abgeschlossen. And finally, this action has usually a significance for the present or even affects the future. Just have a look. Assuming the curve embodies the recently completed action out of the past, its result is still important for now, the present. Or it affects the future up to a certain point, means up to then the action will be completed. The tense is also called completed present tense. Just giving an example. Do you remember Alex's first story in Germany? He has met Lena, so it's a completed action in the past. This action has, for example, the result for the present, that he has fallen in love. On the other hand, it has also an effect for the future, due to learning better German for Lena. He wants to reach a special level up to a certain point in the future. Well done! So, let's tackle the construction of the perfect tense, or Konstruktion. It's similar to English. For example, I have read means ich habe gelesen. Another example, I have gone. What means ich bin gegangen. But please pay attention, it's not haben, it's sein. So, first part of the construction is built out of auxiliary verbs, Hilfsverben, sein or haben, and it's conjugated in present tense, Präsens. Second part, past participle of the main verb. And now the big question. What determines when to use the auxiliary verbs? Now we know the construction. But before building a sentence, you have to think about the main verb in the past participle. So, what you want to say, or what is your verb of action, then it finally defines if using sein or haben. So it depends on the verb of action. Just listen. When to use sein as auxiliary verb? Or when does Alex say, Ich bin im present tense. You always have in mind you have to use sein in case of verbs of change in conditions, Zustandsveränderungen. For example, verbs like sterben, to die, or aufwachen, to wake up. Additionally, there are other verbs. Andere Verben. For example, sein, to be, bleiben, to stay. And on the other hand, there are verbs of movement, der Bewegung. For example, gehen, laufen, fahren. But watch out! Just in case without accusative object. Here comes a small digression of explaining what is an accusative object. It's an object, or in German, Objekt. And on the other hand, it's accusative in German, accusative. And it's part of the cases, or in German, Fälle. An object is a supplement of a sentence. There is a subject and a predicate and an object. And an object can also be things or people in connection to the action. And it always answers to a question in dependence of the four cases on the right-hand side. For example, a sentence, Alex schenkt Lina Blumen. Alex gives flowers to Lina. Just repeat the four cases. The first is nominative. Second, genitive. Third, dative. And there are questions. Who, what, whose, whom, and whom or what. And we need the fourth question in the case of an accusative object. Wen oder was schenkt Alex Lina? And the answer is Blumen. That's the object in this case. So let's switch to haben, when to use in perfect tense. Or when does Alex say ich habe in perfect? You need it when verbs are with accusative object. You know it already. Mit Akkusativobjekt. For example, etwas schenken. Something to give. For example, flowers. Or on the other hand, verbs without accusative object. Ohne Akkusativobjekt. But watch out, there is another condition in this case without changings of location or time. For example, aufräumen, to tidy up, or arbeiten, to work. Also, in case of reflexive verbs, you can detect them because of the supplement sich. And now, it's your turn. Just do it like Alex. Learn German with us.